So censorship in school is a huge issue. We have the ability to access limitless amounts of information via the internet, but yet we continually block sites or block different ways for students to communicate, and this creates huge problems because rather than teaching fair use or responsible use, we decide to teach abstinence. And what we can tell from how teaching abstinence has worked in other realms of life.
Right, as far as censoring internet usage at school, I think there's a division that they need to allow, at least for teachers to decide. If I want to download a font, I should have that right to be able to go out on the web and collect that information, or pictures or whatever. Students, I don't know that they should have that right, but I think the teacher should be able to give that permission to the students, or at least make it allowable for them to access it during their class period for their projects.
Why do you think there should be censorship in schools?
Well, because most kids are idiots and don't have sense enough to stay off inappropriate websites. You know it's true. Even though they're idiots, many of them have the gift, the knack of bypassing the censors, which is good practice for becoming a spy. So in fact, it is giving them another way to go. We're teaching them subliminally. My phone is ringing. It's Mrs. Hunkenberg. She's going to tell me that some kid's on an inappropriate site.
I think that some censorship in schools is okay. Certain things like inappropriate sexual content and such should be banned. However, there's an upside to that. You can use it for health class. I know it's hard for students to even search for STDs and stuff because anytime you type in any of those words, everything's blocked. So if they could find a way to do that and like block the porn sites and things like that, that'd be helpful. But I do think there are some things that are blocked that shouldn't be. A lot of YouTube access is blocked, as well as Twitter. Twitter could be used as a great educational tool. So overall, I don't think that schools should censor as much as they do.
We get to a point where rather than using Twitter as an educational tool, we are banning Twitter or Tumblr or any of these websites and saying, whatever you do, don't go here. And what we know from the past is when you tell somebody not to do something, when you forbid something, it becomes taboo and becomes something that people are interested in doing. Take prohibition, for example. You prohibit the use of the consumption of alcohol, and the 1920s become the most famous alcoholic time period in the country's existence. So doing this in school takes us to a point where we are asking students to be mature adults and make mature decisions, but we're not putting the decisions in front of them. Rather, we're making them for them and then holding them accountable.